Ariel Helwani in Houston, Texas for UFC 192 alongside Angela Hill, who meets Rose Namajunas this Saturday on the FS1 prelims. The prolific tweeter that is Angela Hill. You continue to, if there's ever like a mid tier card or like a mid-tier like news item going on, I could always count on you for some like running commentary. I actually wonder if you train, or are you just always on Twitter?
No, I fit it in between twittering. I fit in a little training here or there. But yeah, it's definitely part of my job. I feel like now, like I enjoy it, so that's good. But yeah, it's fun to like kind of pick on people and like pick up on little things and stuff. I don't know. It's because I want your job. That's all.
Fair enough. I think you'd be great. I wish you were around when they were giving out bonuses for the tweets and all that. You remember that back in the day? You'd have
No,
killed it. You didn't know that.
no, they did
Yeah,
that.
like 3 years ago, they'd give for most entertaining, the one who gained the most followers, all kinds of stuff.
That's crazy. One day they need to bring it back. Then
Yeah.
we need to lobby for that.
You'd kill it. You'd be
Yeah,
getting
man.
bonuses left
That's
and right.
awesome. Yeah, I'll just have to try to get a bonus when I fight now, I guess.
All right, so you have this big fight. When I found out that you were fighting Rose Namajunas, I was like, who did Angela Hill piss off in the UFC? Because I feel like you continue to get these really tough opponents. Do
Yeah.
you feel the same?
Yeah, I definitely get really tough opponents. But I'm okay with it. Like when you look back at my record, you're gonna see that I fought all these monsters, and you're just gonna be like, oh, she's like legit. So I'm not mad at it. I definitely think a lot of people are being more, what do you call it? Just brought up a little nicer.
Yeah.
They're being more groomed or
Like who?
whatever.
Who comes to mind?
Oh, you with your stuff. No, I'm not. Like, Paige VanZant or like Joanne Calderwood. I actually think it's funny that they're fighting each other because they're the two most groomed strawweights in our division. So they're just gonna go. I didn't mean to do that, but but I think they're just gonna. I don't know. I think it's all been built up to that point. Like they're both being brought up to fight each other, and then they'll have a nice lackluster fight, and everyone's gonna go crazy over it.
Lackluster. You're not expecting big things.
No, I think they're just gonna both run at each other, and then one of them's gonna fall over, and then they're gonna kind of roll around, and then somebody's gonna win. So,
Okay.
like, I don't know. It's Now I sound like a total bitch.
Oh, I appreciate the honesty.
But yeah, I think I've definitely fought harder people than both of them already, and after Saturday, it'll be twofold. So I'm definitely, I think it's good. Like I think that people who actually are paying attention are gonna look at me and think that I'm one of the more legitimate fighters than these other girls who are maybe more popular or whatever. And then eventually I'll get that popularity. I'm just gonna keep working to like be good at what I do, to hit hard, to grapple harder, and eventually everyone's gonna recognize.
What did you take away from the Tisha Torres fight? I think a lot of people were excited for it, and it did not live up to expectations. I think you would agree.
Yeah.
Was it disappointing, and what was the lesson that you learned from it?
It was really disappointing. Like when I went in there, I knew that she was going to be a really tough opponent, my toughest opponent yet. But I was thinking, it's going to be exciting. Like after we weighed in, we had that whole that thing. But after we weighed in, like we shook hands, and she's like, "Let's make some money tonight, or let's make some money tomorrow night." And I'm like, "Yeah, let's make some money tonight." But really, she was like, "I'm going to make money tonight, and you're just going to lay under me." So yeah, it was really frustrating because I thought no matter what happened, it was going to be a really exciting fight, and I felt like we had a lot of potential to get that fight of night bonus, and I was just really amped. And then like after the first round, I was just like, all right, she's not going to do that again. And then second round, it happened again. She just like laid on top of me. I couldn't move her. And it just sucks because you prepare all that time and you do all the stuff to like put on an exciting fight, and for that to be the outcome, it was just like totally anticlimactic. So yeah, I'm just hoping to redeem myself in this fight, make it exciting, and hopefully pull off that win.
Okay, I know we're running out of time, so I'll ask you one last question. I just spoke to Rose. She told me that she thinks the biggest hole in your game is your ground game, your jiu-jitsu. Oh, no, she didn't. Yes, she did.
No, okay.
What's your response to that? And what do you make of her skill set? How do you beat her?
I think I don't have a lot of offensive jujitsu, but I definitely have a lot of defensive jujitsu. I don't think I'm easy to tap out. We both lost to Carla the same way, rear naked choke. So it's not saying much about her being better than me. It's just, she has a little more experience in that department. So yeah, I think my biggest hole is still my jujitsu, but I still think that I'm really dangerous on the ground, and I'm even more dangerous standing.
What about her?
Her, I think she does a lot. Um, I guess she's really what do you say? What do you call it? Very floaty. But I don't think she's as hard hitting as me, I guess. And I usually say that with everyone, like I hit harder. And I think it's true. So I think that's what she's going to be looking for, is like trying to get away from my power shots. And I'm going to be trying to put them on her chin. So, yeah.
All right, looking forward to it. Best of luck to you on Saturday.
Thanks a lot.